Welcome to IRS Group's OET online channel, the platform where we'll train you how to successfully clear the OET test. Today, I'll be giving you an overview of the OET writing task, which is actually one of the easiest subtests in the OET. For many candidates, however, there's a lot of confusion about how to do this task. So today I'll get you the basics right so that when you prepare for OET writing, things become much easier and comfortable for you. So I hope some of you have an idea about how the subtest is like, but for those who have absolutely no idea, I'll give you a basic overview. Remember that unlike in some of the general English tests, in OET you have only one task in the writing subtest. Your question is basically a patient's case notes. So OET gives you a contextualized writing task. There is a specific patient and there is a context for you to write. You don't have to bring in something from outside. You don't have to use your creativity. You don't need ideas to clear this task. It's as simple as that. The timing of OET writing is 45 minutes. 5 minutes is your reading time and 40 minutes for you to write. Now, the 5 minutes of reading time is actually the most important time in OET writing. If you learn how to use this time fruitfully, half the work is done and your writing will be pretty organized and much easier, and I can assure you a higher score if you learn this skill. So what should we do during the 5-minute task? Each OET letter is designed in such a way that you do your professional role. So if you are a doctor, you do the role of a doctor. If you are a nurse, you do the role of a nurse. So step into your professional role. And during the 5-minute task, firstly, you have to look at what action do you want the reader to take. So that's the fundamental purpose of why you're writing. You're writing because you want the reader, your target reader, to do something. What is that? Secondly, what information does that person need to do this action, to take that action, to do this step? For instance, if you are discharging a patient and the patient goes back to a care home, for instance, you are writing to, say, the nurse manager in the care home. What action do you want that nurse manager to take? You would want the nurse manager to take care of the follow-up care. And what information does he or she require? I'd say he or she would want to know what happened during hospitalization and what further follow-up care would be needed back in the care home. So knowing that is the first step. And secondly, remember, we use a lot of tools to organize our information, the case notes. One of the tools that can be used is ISBAR, ISBAR. It's a tool which will help you to organize the information given in the case notes. So I stands for identify. You identify the patient. You identify your role. You identify to whom you're writing. But primarily it's about identifying the patient. S stands for the situation. And B stands for background. A is for assessment and R is for request or recommendation. And typically for nurses in OET, it's a request. It's doctors who rather recommend. So in another episode, we'll be dealing with the ISBAR tool in detail and teaching you how to organize the information based on the ISBAR. So that's very important for you to be able to Learn to prioritize the information and organize it properly in the letter. Now finally, I will talk about the criteria, the assessment criteria that OET uses to value your writing answer. The criteria include overall task fulfillment, appropriateness of language, comprehension of stimulus, linguistic features that includes grammar and cohesion, and finally presentation features which include spelling, punctuation and layout. Another episode will be explaining the 5 criteria in detail, but here I just want you to know what the assessment criteria are. So wait for the next episode where we will be explaining the layout of the letter, the assessment criteria in detail, and giving you a lot of tips and tricks on how to clear the OET writing with a higher band, a band B or even band A. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I look forward to seeing you in the coming episodes. Please subscribe our channel and stay tuned. Thank you.